There is a fifth dimension beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of a man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of the imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone.
Just as the initial report, the only evident damage is from the landing. She must have came in on her belly at about 300 miles an hour, ruined the landing gear. That's why the wing looks the way it does.
It'd be my suggestion, sir, that if you want to unravel this mystery, check with the crew, not the aircraft.
And the crew can't remember a thing. We had them on our radar for a couple hours. Then, they disappeared for 24 hours. Next thing anyone knew, there's a crash landing in the desert, and it was their aircraft. They must have blacked out or something, because they can't remember a thing. We're kind of hoping this aircraft will come through with some answers.
Her name is X6. Her type, an experimental interceptor. Recent history, crash landing in the Mojave Desert after a 31-hour flight, 900 miles into space. There were 3 souls on that flight, and this is their story.
How are you feeling?
Fine, thank you. How's Major Williams?
Doing much better. Go on in, she'll be happy to see you.
Thank you very much.
Is that one of the space pilots? The ones who crashed?
Yeah, it's Colonel Forbes.
Oh, the prodigal Colonel returns. Welcome, welcome. Happy to see you. See my TV?
Yet again,
Got it for free because I'm a celebrity.
How are you feeling?
Are you kidding? They put one more thermometer in my mouth and I am going to discharge myself from this establishment. So, how's the outside world?
Just great.
Did you talk to any of the guys? Oh, what about the ship, Clay? Did you check her over?
They put it under wraps. They've got everybody but the president's cabinet looking it over.
Hey, you don't look so good, Forbes.
Don't I?
I don't know, a little shaky, hungover maybe. Looks like you got the shakes. Steady, steady, steady.
Something's happened. Something I don't understand.
Go on.
It's just first. I need to get oriented. I need you to answer some questions. When did I leave here?
When?
I mean, when did I get discharged from the hospital? Was it yesterday?
Don't you know?
I don't know anything anymore. All I know is I need somebody's help. As of 9:30 yesterday morning, I walked out of here, didn't I?
But I know who you left.
I mean, when I left the hospital room, who was with me?
Nobody.
That's what I mean. You say nobody. Turn that up. What's that say?
Basically, it's saying that 2 intrepid voyagers traveled into the unknown and returned in a slightly dented aircraft.
What about the picture? Who's in the picture?
Colonel Forbes, if this is an eye exam, I can assure you that the Air Force wouldn't let me fly if I couldn't see.
God damn it, Maggie. Don't get wise with me now. Who's in the picture?
timetable and knowing any immediate details.
Sir.
Travelers have cheated death and defy the laws of physics.
Just
As the
us.
survival rate for a crash.
That's what you remember, huh? You and me, the X6 taking off, about 4 hours up, we black out, and 24 hours later, we end up in a desert in a crashed airship. We don't know where we've been or what we've been doing. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I guess. Isn't it right?
Maggie, there were 3 of us on that spaceship. There was you and me and a colonel named Harrington, Jack Harrington. He was 36 years old. He was my best friend. I'd known him for 15 years, and you'd known him for 5. There was 3 people that went up in that aircraft, and we were that 3. And there was 3 of us that crashed in the desert and were taken to this hospital. Me and Harrington were scratched. You had the busted leg. There were 3 beds in this hospital room. They discharged me and Harrington yesterday morning. We said we'd come visit you today. We went out to do the town.
Clegg, I don't know anyone named Jack Harrington. When the X6 took off, there were only 2 people in the spaceship, just you and me. When we crashed and we came back to the hospital, there were only 2 beds in here, you and me. Clegg, this is like an illusion. I think you need to get looked after.
I knew you'd say that. I don't blame you for saying it either. But look, Maggie, just let me explain to you everything that happened to me yesterday morning. I'll break it down chronologically. Everything that happened first, I saw that newscast, only it said that there were 3 people that came back. There was a picture of you, me, and Harrington taken just before we took off.
Clegg, that's impossible.
I know. It must be impossible. You say there was 2 of us. They say there was 2 of us. But all I know, Maggie, is that there were 3 of us on that ship. There were 3 people taken here from the desert. And me and Harrington, we got discharged. We left the hospital together. We rode to town in the town car together. You said to Harrington, watch after Forbes. He drinks too much. Those were your words. And Harrington, he was over you like he was going to smack you, and I laughed from the doorway. Maggie, I swear to you, I know it happened. I know it did.
One day, I'm gonna let you have it, fresh punk kid. I'm gonna fix this baby's wagon. I'm gonna tell the medics she's a very sick cookie, and she'll be under observation for another 7 years. And every Saturday night, Major Williams, the Colonel and I will phone you from whatever bar we happen to be in. And if you're nice, we'll even drink in your honor.
Oh.
Well, come on already. You know I hate long goodbyes.
Go on, have fun. Let me suffer in loneliness all by myself.
Take care, Maggie. We'll be back to see you tomorrow morning.
A fortune teller in a carnival in Des Moines told me I'd be famous one day.
Three space travelers return alive after a crash. Colonel Jack Harrington and Colonel Clegg Forbes and Major Williams have survived the crash.
You guys are Forbes and Harrington, right? The guys up in space?
That's right, and a couple of bucks should get us a beer apiece, right?
Yeah, it should. Don't worry about the money, though. These 2 are on the house. I don't even care that you smashed that spaceship up. And I'm a taxpayer.
Does that mean I can smoke inside?
Do whatever you want. You guys are like movie stars.
What's the matter?
Is everything all right?
I'll tell you that after I drink the beer. Happy landings, whenever possible.
Whoa, don't worry about it, Colonel. I'll get you another one. It's not the last beer in the house.
You sick, Jack?
No. No, I'm not sick. I just have this funny feeling. Odd feeling. never felt anything like it before.
What kind of feeling?
Like I don't belong here. Like if I let myself go, I disappear. Happy landings. I'm gonna call my folks.
Jack, you alright?
Yeah, I'm alright. Hey, Mom. It's me. Clyde, can you come here? Clyde, can you please come here quick? Please. Jack? I just called home. I just called my folks. My mother answered. She said she didn't have a son named Jack Harrington. That's what she said, Clyde. And when I asked to talk to the old man, he told me to hang up. He didn't want any practical jokers bothering his wife. That's what he said to me, Clyde. Clyde, what is this, Clyde? What's going on?
A gag, maybe, or...
No gag. It's that feeling I had that I didn't belong here. That none of us should belong here. It's as if maybe
Maybe what?
we shouldn't have come back from that flight. Maybe somebody or something made a mistake and let us get through when we shouldn't have.
Jack, stay put. I'm gonna get you a good stiff drink, alright? Jack! He said stay put.
Could you turn the TV on?
Now for our top news story for the day. 2 spacemen returned from a crash in the Mojave Desert last night. Colonel Glenn Forbes and Major Maggie Williams survived the crash. Both survivors were rushed to the nearest hospital and treated with any injuries. Colonel Forbes was discharged, and Mayor Williams is being kept for trauma to the leg. The ship has been found.
Jack?
You got a beer here, honey.
Where's my buddy, Spirit? Who? My buddy, Colonel Harrington. You got him a new glass when he dropped his on the floor.
You came in here alone, Colonel. There wasn't anybody with you.
What?
You came in alone.
What did you say?
You came in here alone. There wasn't anybody with you.
You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy, you know that? Pick up.
I'm sorry, your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again.
Hello?
Hello, who is this?
Mr. Harrington? This is Clegg Forbes.
Who?
You remember me, sir? I had Christmas dinner with you and your wife. You and your wife and Jack. Your son, sir, Jack.
They don't have any son named Jack. What is this, some kind of gag or something?
Perhaps I have the wrong Harrington. Is this James Harrington?
That's right. I'm James Harrington, but I don't have any son named Jack, and I never heard of you.
You live at 42 Elm Street, sir.
Look, I don't know who you are or what you get out of this, but know this, buddy. Next time you call my house, or even dare come to my house, I'll be waiting.
Hello, is the general in? Will you have him call me back as soon as possible? This is Clegg Forbes. Yes. Yes, thank you. Amy, thank God you.
And you, Colonel Clegg Forbes, you devious, miserable, two-faced, two-timing!
Amy, I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble now.
I have no doubt. You text me and say that you're getting out of the hospital in the morning? And to meet you at the station at 2? Well, I was at the station at 2, buddy. I was also there at 3, and I was still there at 4. I could have had my choice of 4 Marines, or even an elderly gentleman who had 25,000 shares of AT&T. But there was a missing Air Force officer named Forbes, who didn't even have the common courtesy to leave a message or somewhere he could be reached. Do you have any idea how many hotels I've been in? How many bars I've been to? Didn't even occur to you.
Amy, please.
Clegg, what's the matter? What kind of trouble are you in? Please, tell me.
I don't even know how to begin explaining to you. I texted you when I left the hospital because I was discharged this morning. Harrington and I... It was in the text. Look, it's right here, Amy. I said, I'm leaving the hospital at 9. Amy, I said Jack and I were leaving the hospital. Jack and I, do you understand? Jack and I!
Clegg, who's Jack?
Don't you know?
I don't know anyone named Jack. Who's Jack?
There were 3 of us on the ship, and me and Harrington went to the bar yesterday and disappeared. But you know him, Amy. We went out to dinner together, and we went dancing together, and we even did a double date.
Clegg, what's the matter with you? What's happening?
I don't know. I really don't know. Yes, this is Clegg Forbes. Yes, sir. Yes, that's right. Sir, it's about Harrington, Jack Harrington. Jack Harrington. We were in your wing, sir, out in the field. We'd been there for 15-20 months. Jack Harrington. Jack Harrington. Jack Harrington! Why doesn't anybody know who he is? This is a gag, isn't it? It's a gag, Amy. It's a well-conceived and perfectly executed practical joke. He's at the bar, isn't he, Amy? That's where he is, Amy. He's in the bar. He's in the bar.
Clegg! Clegg!
Come on, Harrington! I know you're in there! Jack, I know you're in there! Harrington? Jack! I don't even know what I did then. I just ran, I guess, all the way down the street like a crazy person. I just left Amy standing there. I don't even know what happened to her.
I don't know a Jack Harrington, Clegg, and I never have.
I know for some reason he's been yanked out of here. He's been taken away. He told me before that maybe someone or something made a mistake. That something let us get through when we weren't supposed to get through, and now they're coming back to get us. Someone.
There is yet to be an official cause as to why the aircraft had crashed, and no time taken.
I've got this oddball, idiotic feeling. Weird, man. Like I don't belong. I don't want it to happen. I don't want it to happen. I don't want it to happen!
Clegg! Clegg! Somebody get him! Somebody get him! Somebody! Clegg? Clegg! You need something? Lieutenant Colonel Forbes! What are you doing out of bed? Let me help you. Lieutenant Colonel Forbes, you have to help him. Somebody's got to help him. Who? Lieutenant Colonel Forbes! He was in the hospital with me. No, Colonel Forbes.
Yeah, okay, no, just come on, I'll get you to your bed.
But he was.
Yeah, we'll call the doctor and just get you over to your bed here, okay?
No, but
Yeah, it's okay. Come on.
but he was in the other. Oh my god.
Major Maggie Williams survived the crash.
And how are we fixing this one?
Yes, sir. 2 rooms. Room 14 has room for 3 occupants.
I think this will do just fine for the malaria patients. Why don't you go and order some beds from QM, will you?
Yes, sir.
Once upon a time, there was a man named Harrington, a man named Forbes, and a woman named Williams. They used to exist, but they don't any longer. Someone, or something, took them somewhere. At least they are no longer part of the memory of man. As the aircraft, the X-6, it's supposed to be housed in here. It hasn't been built yet. It's on a drawing board someplace. And don't let anyone hear you argue the reverse, or they'll question your sanity. If you have any questions about an aircraft, or the 3 souls who flew her, speak softly of them, and only in the Twilight Zone.